Hi. Sorry. I went to get the snack. Alright, let's hop in, see what's up.
The Cabal, war, want it or not, is all they understand. And so we taught them. Sand Eaters scattered. Dust Giants fell. Ice Reapers buried. Siege Dancers broken. Until we grew complacent, and Gaul
This is
drove a
Saladin.
blade between our ribs, left us gasping. Before the Vanguard showed them that the light cannot be tamed so easily. I should have stepped forward, stamped the Red Legion into extinction. Instead, I ran the banner and watched the city's victories dull our edge once more. It should have ended before they fattened us, before they exploited us, before they forced us to lift up a murderer as our savior. Another Cabal warmonger now leads a fleet off Nessus. No more waiting. We will be there to put her in the ground.
These goddamn Cabal. I'm military, man. We should have killed them when we had the chance or whatever.
But we do not use it often or lightly. I wouldn't have summoned you if I was not sincere.
Peace with the Cabal.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one, if not the other. My world did.
Empress Kaido, I'm sorry for what you've lost.
We have all suffered. I propose an alliance.
Cabal don't ally. They conquer. She betrayed her father to Gaul. Don't think she won't put a gilded knife in your back too.
My father was soft.
That's valid, hon.
Lacked ambition.
As you
Take care of yourself. Love yourself.
Humanity won't survive unless the commander
I love you too.
expands his horizons. Join my empire. You'll keep your title and gain a seat on my war council. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Then, the Black Fleet. Bow.
I still don't think we have ever seen, like, a Cabal face. Oh no, we've seen that one dude. The one, like... What's this fucking... He was like the consul or something. We saw that dude, and that's the
Very
only
well.
one we've seen the face of.
Ready yourself, Commander. I'll sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did see Callus's face. Well, not unless you count. Not if you don't. Well, with Callus, if you count the robot as definitely being him, I guess we have seen his face. So we've seen a total of 2 Cabal faces. And they've both been exceedingly different. Hold on. I need to start a party because everyone's going to hear me in the game. I don't want them to hear me. Should have done this beforehand. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, Jesus. Sorry about that. Okay, we're on Nessus. Full disclosure, I already played this, like a fair amount of this on my Titan. Or not my Titan, my Hunter. What am I using? Oh, Borealis, I guess. Sure. Fine.
Intel reported increased crew activity. Seems they were right.
Never good when the Cabal get this frisky.
Whatever
Oh,
they're
new
planning
animation.
will be
It's
less
not a
effective
reload.
Without a commander. Get in there and take them out.
There's a new animation for the Borealis. I guess that's interesting. I forgot about that change that they mentioned in the TWAB. I mean, this feels like Destiny. Sure feels like Destiny. Which is to say, good to play, like a perfectly fine shooter for the most part. But then again, this is the like low power version of this activity, so we'll see. I'm also not really using like my best weapons here. Like Borealis sure is a pick, and I wasn't intending to go into this with Borealis equipped. Or this LMG. Oh god, my whole kit is kind of fucked right now. That's funny. So I have been playing on my Hunter, and I know some of the beats, and I'm not in a particularly positive view of this. It's definitely more than last season, but that's not saying much. Last season was about as bare bones as a Destiny expansion Destiny season can get. It's not an expansion. Ah, fuck. Well, that wasn't an amazing time to cast a super. I got a decent roll on the new sniper for this season. Who's to say if it's actually a good sniper, because I don't know how good the new perk is, but it's been serving me okay. I need to have a look at how actually good the like that power is. Oh god, that's a lot of explosions in my face. Shit. I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. Hop back into it. Got him. Sniping in Destiny is the thing that, like, I really want to be good at it, because being good at sniping is fun. Like, it feels good if you can pop motherfuckers.
Lining up Nessus for Cabal munitions. That's been the Vex plan for centuries.
If either side were competent, they'd have wiped each other out already. So the task falls to us.
I don't like Saladin. He just sounds like a rude conservative uncle. And I don't like it. Ah, fuck. Here's the thing, is like, now that Crow's in the game, we have a main character who has every possibility of becoming Hunter Vanguard, who is like genuinely sympathetic to the Cabal. Yeah. But we have Crow, who's like 100% sympathetic to the characters, to like the enemy races, like with the Cabal and with the Fallen especially. But like every other character fucking hates all of them. Like there's a voice line about how uncomfortable the Crow is when he goes out to the city and he sees Guardians like joking about killing certain enemies and like wearing Elixni bones as if they were animals and stuff, and he's like super freaked and he's like super weirded out by that. He fucking hates it, and he's like, I've sat down and I've shared meals with these dudes, with like these people, and it's different now. Like, it's different to me than it is to you, and like almost no one is sympathetic to that. Like, not even Amanda. Like, it's actively in her, like, he's having a conversation with, and she's like, yeah, well, I wouldn't want to sit down and talk to a Cabal anytime soon, or share a meal with them, so, fuck them. And then, like, it's hard to gauge because I don't know the writing of this game. It's different when you shared the meal with them, Holiday. Well, I won't be sharing a meal with the Cabal anytime soon. Yeah, exactly. That's the exact conversation. And I only got it like once. And I only got it like once, so I guess maybe it's a rare voice line, but like that's in the game now. And I don't know if Destiny wants to have that discussion, but they're opening the doors, which feels a little not insincere, but like looking at just the first cutscene, it's hard to tell if they're sincere. It's hard to tell if Keitel is sincere about offering peace, because my assumption is we're supposed to be rooting for Zavala and Osiris, and Osiris is just like, and Osiris is just like, don't trust the Cabal, they're nothing but conquerors. Like, hey, thanks for the amazing generalization there, Osiris, the guy who the gays are supposed to be rooting for. I guess, but like, it's... After Zavala turned her down, she literally confirmed she was gonna backstab him. But like... But we denied peace. We basically said, we're not going to join you peacefully. Like that, like she was, like, I don't know how genuine she was, and we'll never know because we have that cutscene where Zavala's like, no, we don't want to side with you. We would rather fight you and resist you. But like, and
Crow's
like
intel indicates the commander is nearby.
and like
Challenge
part
him
of this
and
is
tie this off. We've got other fires burning.
like the other part, like the kind of other part of this, like the additional bit, is that like don't like Bungie, don't think I didn't notice that like that like now that the Cabal are a villainous, or now that like you're renewing the Cabal as a villainous race, and like the one who was like kind of sort of our chance for peace, that's what you do to like that's what you do for a figure with authority. It like who knows what that means, but like it can be anything from submitting to the Legion or just showing her respect. And it's just and obviously no Guardian is gonna give her either. Like that's kind of the thing, is like no Guardian's gonna give her respect, but we're also definitely not gonna bow in like submit fealty. And it's kind of this like I don't know. I'm kind of getting all twisted already, but like it like this is a character who, yeah, like, but we're not gonna get the choice because all the choices are Zavala's to make, and he actively escalated things, which was stupid regardless. Like, which was stupid regardless of anything, because we have the Black Fleet and the Hive and still the Wrathborn, like two different Hive gods to deal with. So like any choice that Zavala made is dumb. Like we needed an alliance, and he could have dealt with that a little bit more diplomatically. Like if he didn't want to bow and be subservient to the Legion, he could have like taken that into like proper discussions, but he basically just said no and fucked off. And that's just, I don't know, it's just the... Where's the guy? Oh, I'm used to my Titan. I'm used to my Hunter, rather. Like, and it's just kind of, all of this is just kind of coming back to the fact that, again, we have Osiris.
Willing to shed blood on the front line.
That's easy to say when you're the one left standing.
I don't regret a single one of my 1,000 deaths. It's the times I chose not to fight that I regret.
There's nothing wrong with choosing real peace. I wish the Cabal were that clever.
That will never happen. The Cabal have honor. They would rather die than surrender. I admire that.
Remind me not to get on your good side. I'm not sure I'd survive it.
Huh. See, like, we're having, like, they're putting Saladin and Crow together, and Saladin is such a yeah, this one seems to have, like, content to it, I guess. Also, hi, V's. I've been like on a rant during this first mission of like how we have Crow and Saladin as two extremely different perspectives of of like Crow actually being sympathetic to like the enemy races versus like every other Guardian who joke about killing them and stuff. They're I have feelings and thoughts, and it sure is a thing. Except Osiris doesn't like Osiris is like nice to Crow, but Osiris doesn't believe that any of the enemy races can be good. He talks down kind of to like most of the enemies in I don't know, but like it. Okay, these are exactly the same. I'll just put this one on and dump this one. Like it doesn't feel like Osiris really believes that that enemies of the city, like the enemies of the city, can be on the side. Like the cutscene, the very first cutscene is like the Cabal don't make peace or whatever. They conquer. They won't be our allies. They'll be our rulers, and basically saying to Zavala, who's like kind of the one deciding it, hey, don't trust it. And like it's this whole thing of like most guardians in this entire most guardian characters in this entire game are just convinced that perpetual war is going to happen and don't care. Like they're just gonna be like, oh, well, I guess we're gonna be killing you. That'll be fun. And like they joke and stuff. And I'm gonna joke too. Like I'm gonna joke about killing enemies in a video game because like when it all comes down to it, these aren't real. Yeah, Osiris can maybe change, but that's like there's just kind of a lot of introducing Crow is a good thing, I feel like, because Crow is going to bring forward like an amount of sympathy towards enemy races. I just hope that he's not going to stay a singular voice, because if he stays a singular voice, we're just gonna be made all the more like familiar, and like we're gonna notice it all the more that our character and every other main character like Zavala and Salad Fork and everyone else don't believe that the enemies we face can be good or can be allied with. So there's kind of, it's just a lot all happening at once kind of thing. Oh, it's Lullaby. Lullaby's playing. I was like, I like this music. What is it? Oh, it's Lullaby. It's Lullaby. Oh, I've got look. The new season armor. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't enjoy it very much. But I don't really want to waste resources on anything right now, so I'm waiting. It's bad. It's kinda ugly. It's kinda fucking hideous. It looks like... Yeah, those sure are legs. No thanks. That isn't horrible. That's not horrible, but it's still... Nah. That's a pretty big maybe, honestly. What is on this Titan's back? It's not a weapon. Confirm this is not a weapon. What the fuck is on your back? Like those cups. What the fuck? What is this thing on my back, though? It's not a weapon. Also, hi Nap, hi V's. Is it? I can't see it. Well, that's dumb. That also looks kind of dumb. Tall hat. Yeah. I'm gonna... Just real quick. Yeah, no, I don't think the Trials is even good either. Like, cool, Gator, nice, whatever. It's funny because I follow a Twitter artist, and they have been posting jokes about how the armor, the new armor, and also this ornament for 1000 Voices. Those shoulders are the worst. But like all the these ornaments and stuff look like designs that they made. Those shoulder. Wait. The handle's there. Like, it's not amazing, but I can see what they're going for. Like, it looks like the Dreaming City stuff. Although I don't understand why the lines are standing still, because in the Dreaming City stuff it moves and it's like that's weird. Anyway, new Titan armor. Honestly, other stuff has the elements of this but better. Like most other armor has that but better. It's Taurus armor. What's this? Cool. The Titan... Wait, was that a new Skullfort skin? Oh shit, yeah! Like a Rasputin Skullfort skin. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, that's a Skullforge skin. They did give you hooves in the Titan armor. It's almost as cool as the Daft Punk one, fair. It's hard to beat actual Daft Punk. Oh look, the gun that I will probably never get. But that's a Siva looking thing. Fourth Horseman gets like the burnt, like the blued metal, like just kind of on top of the other gun, like the original gun. It's just kind of there, which is silly. We all know about this gun sword, gun sword, and then finally an ornament for this weapon where it doesn't look completely dumb. I hate how like this weapon looks. Well, that's the thing is like Izanagi's burden isn't really snappy anymore. It's kind of slow and not very meta, but like finally a Trinity Ghoul ornament that doesn't make it look like shit. I just like pretty. Hold on, like I'm a sucker for bows that look like Wishender. Oh god, what happened to Wishender? What's this preview? But yeah, I like Wishender and Le Monarch. I like how those bows look. They're very elegant and pretty. Like they're without being like without really looking delicate. This one just kind of like the base ornament looks fine actually. The base ornament looks fine. That looks like shit. This looks like ass. That is just sincerely and lovingly rendered pretzel. Honestly, yeah. Destiny should have joke weapons that look, or okay. Kinda. I don't know. They're like. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna continue. It doesn't hurt that is the best bow in the game with the catalyst. That's true. Well, I haven't tried the Tiku, the new one, which I'm actually gonna try. I haven't tried the Tiku's divination. It looks like the bow from it looks like the fucking surfboard bow from Season of Arrivals, which I don't appreciate, but I wonder how I'm wondering how it will play, because if it can rival TG, then it might be good. 3 damage on hipfire and PvP. Wipe out a room of red bars in a single shot and ain't gonna be as good. I mean, true, but like I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna see how good it is, and if it's any good. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more technical.
Hello, Guardian.
Like it's not.
Welcome.
Like you're not gonna be able to turn your brain off as much, so it's probably not gonna be as good. Okay, that wasn't what I was here to do. I was here to talk to Banshee, and then I was gonna head to Helm. Gimme. Reinstalling just to claim stuff, fair. Oh, I wish I was on. Oh, I wish I could stream on PC and play this on PC. I have it on PC, although I don't know if I have this season pass on PC. Oh, I wish I had this on PC. I wish I was playing on PC. I was gonna stream yesterday, and then the install took like 7 to 8 hours. I hate my house's Wi-Fi, and I hate the fucking how slow the PlayStation is at installing updates. It's gonna take you like 10 minutes, which is hilarious to me at least because of how fucking slow the PlayStation is. Christ. Alright. Guardian, when the Dark Fleet arrived, changed many things, including even some of them now behave much differently than before. The Cryptarchy needs your help to studying these changes. Of all the unlikely sources, it was the Drifter who first created a device for altering Umbral engrams. Now the Cryptarchy is using the design. We will provide you with equipment for further, yeah. I mean, potentially, yeah. Which hell yeah. Good. The Black Fleet ride, the Cryptarchy discovered that Umbral engrams are generated through similar process. Yeah, okay. V's is incredibly powerful, which is a plus. I can't... What? I forgot the steps to this. Decode the engram? Sure. There are at least new weapons with new perks that seem interesting. In terms of ones that I've gotten, I've gotten, hold on. I've gotten, where is it? There it is. I've gotten this sniper with, I think surplus and a new perk called, like, Frenzy or something, which basically means the longer you're in combat, the longer you're in combat, the more damage this thing does. And I think it's like a one-off perk. Like, you get, like, after a little bit in combat, you end up with more damage. And I don't know exactly how properly effective that is. I haven't run numbers or looked at it or anything. But, like, it's been serving me perfectly fine. And also, it does more things like reload and stability. I can't remember. It does other things like reload, stability, and other such things. But yeah, basically kind of rampage, but you don't have to kill anything, which is good for a sniper if you just want to swip to that to do boss damage. I don't know the numbers. Apparently, it's good on SMGs. Frozen Orbit is just a red sniper. With a ton of perks. I remember looking this up. I don't know how to get it, but I do know that it comes with a ton of perks, and the best ones are probably going to be triple tap and high impact reserves. Did they release any new swords? Oh yeah. The only I mean, fair enough, but the only new sword is another like shooty sword. But it's a trial sword, so who cares? I actively avoid looking at Trials weapons because I don't want to get jealous and unable to play about the fact that I'm unable to fucking play it. Where am I going? Oh, there's a thing over this way.
Warriors of the Empire, I see your fury. For years, you have waited for your leaders to reclaim you. But time has not changed your nature. Your rage becomes the swing of the cleaver, the thrust of the shield, the shout of the cannon. I send out a challenge to the remains of the Broken Legion. Prove your worth in battle. The ancient rites live again. The triumphant will become the first members of my war council. We are Cabal. We eat the mountains. We drink the seas.
Alright, BRBVs. So my thing... Haha. But like my thing is I genuinely hope it's a plot twist of like, I genuinely hope that there's a plot twist where like, because we're challenging titles like Red Legion champions, we're earning a proper like alliance where we are equals with her. I am hoping that that is the case, because by God, I do not want another like female villain who gets some FaceTime and then we encounter and then we kill. I'm tired of characters, especially female characters, just being villains of the week. Fucking Aramis deserves so much better, and she got nothing.
Well done disrupting the Cabal on Nessus. I wish,
Zavala
That
Miku
was the
confirmed.
but unfortunately it's just the beginning. Empress Keitel has emerged as the new face of their empire.
If I see
commanded
if
by Plus
Tanix
Lord.
comes back again, I'm gonna be so
Our
pissed.
conversation went as well as you might
I mean, I'm
expect.
already like, this is probably gonna be my last year of Destiny because I paid for the content. But like,
Thanks to the information you recovered, we know this. Former members of the Red Legion and other leaderless Cabal are all competing for a seat on Keitel's War Council.
yeah.
In an effort to prevent Cabal reunification, I'm assembling a team to take out her aspiring commanders. Lord Saladin will act
Fucking
as
hate
field
Saladin.
commander, and Osiris will report directly to me as my advisor. He's appointed a new hunter, Crow, to be your reconnaissance expert. As always, Amanda Holliday will provide air support. Your task is simple. Defeat Keitel's commanders across the Sol system. Once you eliminate their leadership, Cabal infighting
Yeah,
will
exactly.
prevent Keitel from amassing real power. If we miss this opportunity, another all-out war will become inevitable. Good luck.
Like this season seemingly being slightly better than last season is not going to convince me to get the season pass. Hell, like to get another season pass. Hell, like the next two season needs, and Witch Queen needs to be, and I would have to like look at Witch Queen and see it as like impossibly amazing after it's released before I ever pay for Destiny again. Like I'm not like, this game is free to play, and if the free to play content is at all ever worth it, maybe, but I am not doing a bunch of extra shit for it. I'm not giving this game like I'm not really gonna give this game like time of day. I don't care. Dracus is halted. The Cabal push on Nessus, but Nessus is not the Vanguard's only concern. Cabal over Sol. That's valid, Absol. I was just supremely disappointed in fucking, what's it called? What's the fucking Beyond Light? That's the one I was thinking of. I like fucking Beyond Light disappointed me so much. I'm gonna play it extremely cautious with this game. Unless like, honest to God, an expansion seems worth it. Because like, it just does not feel worth it to me in many senses. So I'm just gonna be like, okay, sure. If it I spent way too much with getting the season pass and stuff, and so far, besides the okayness of like this season, this set of seasons and Beyond Light have been a huge disappointment. I am not spending another cent, and I have not, until like I truly think that Destiny is going to be worth it again. It's fucked up when Warframe has more varied content than Destiny. Strategy for rebuffing the Imperial Cabal incursion without total open war. Keitel is using an ancient Cabal tradition known as the Right of Proving to select her war council from Red Legion commanders and bring them back into the fold. Any challenger may approach these rights. The Vanguard High Command directs Guardians to engage any and all prospective war council appointees. With each disrupted right, we send fractures from their empire's authority. Alright. Honestly, the best single part of this expansion has been that Crow is here. Hi, Crow.
The new style suits you. Spoils of victory in the reef.
Glint chose the materials.
You haven't let me pay for any of this.
If you want to repay me, keep that mask affixed to your face. It will protect you from the city's ignorance.
I know what it's for. If this is what it takes to make a difference, I'm in.
I've had to walk these streets under disguise more times than you know. Now I am welcome. Soon you shall be too. Patience and caution. Ah, Guardian. Saladin spoke highly of your assault. They think their tank is a show of strength, but it is no Iron Lord.
Saladin will hold the line so our attention can be directed elsewhere. Names are needed. Examples.
I mean,
My
Destiny's
friends in the Reach
definitely
have been
making content,
At
and
this
they
point,
are,
Red
and they
Legion
are like,
commanders are either
and they are
brutes or
doing some
braggarts.
interesting stuff with the story.
Not
Like
the
there
type
is,
for
like there is Destiny stuff that
want
are good.
Kyle's attention.
I don't agree with some stuff that
We will use that
Sweatsickle does,
information
because
to direct our
Sweatsickle
fuel.
like
Create a
Sweatsickle
power
really
vacuum and
likes
show
to
the
be
Cabal the
overly
path
dramatic
they've chosen.
and like be very, very and like be very
Together in the field.
but like.
Ah,
But like last
starting to get the
season, you
impression
cannot
you all
deny
like
that
that
last
anymore.
season was just such like devoid of most stuff, and like the way it was paced and everything, it was so like it was not a good season of content in terms of a lot. The general pacing of the story, the fact that most of the content was front loaded, and then and it was like a grind, and they had to fix how the grind worked, and this season already I'm seeing improvements in that, in order to get, like, you can do the activity however much you want, as a separate playlist, which is good. I like the fact that it's a playlist and you don't have to like select it from a map or anything. I like that. I think Helm is kind of cool, there's definitely good stuff here. It's just that, like, in my personal opinion, there's sort of, since SK's launch, I've enjoyed about half a season of content that they produce, and that was half of an entire whole ass expansion. Yeah, like they are making content, and there's content that is clearly pleasing a fair amount of their player base, and there is story progression. I like most of what they did with Crow in the last season. I liked Crow. I like Crow still, but at some point for me it's like they have to do more than just serve content. They need to innovate the game. They need to give people reason. Right, and they are tweaking it, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I hate you.
Dragon of your life roars over Nessus.
You salad fork,
Our
I hate
enemies
you.
fear Guardian.
I'm flicking you off right the fuck
Osiris
now.
mentioned you crashed a Cabal ritual they call the Rite of Proving. He seems to think it's not unlike our Crucible, made for settling scores. I don't see the resemblance. Scraps of the Red Legion are competing to earn Keidel's favor. Just like her, their hands are tied by tradition. They're forced to meet every
Tradition.
challenger.
Fuck
or
this man, I
forfeit their
hate him.
position. We can exploit that. I want you to run down every Cabal commander you can find. If they're foolhardy enough to accept a fistfight with you,
Good for you.
Keidel's War Council
I am
will
glad you
fill a
enjoy the
single
content.
seat. To that end, Crow has spotted another of the Empress's hopefuls on Europa. They call him Basilius the Golem. He's looking
Also
for
that
Golden
name,
Age relics to excavate from the ice. Basilius intends to augment his body and offer combat enhancements
Augment
to
his
other
body.
Cabal. If he succeeds, it won't be long before Keidel has an entire platoon of exo-legionaries at her disposal. Get in the way.
I'll give this upcoming thing is that, like, I don't want there to be exo versions of a bunch of different enemy types, but I like that the fact that the Deepstone Crypt has been uncovered has and stuff. Like, I don't want that to actually happen, but like I like the fact that the Deepstone Crypt is now uncovered and kind of open to the elements has consequences. We're not going to see any new like areas in this. We're going basically like we'll see, but the idea that this Cabal has like a base on Europa and is specifically like trying to take advantage of like what's been uncovered and Beyond Light. That's kind of interesting. I still I don't know. I'm trying to give this season as I go through it some credit for what it's doing and what I think is actually interesting. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, right, I still haven't done that. I don't know. I need to do more orbs of pure. There's another battleground to do. I think we might be... No, there's gonna be a second step and then turning it into Banshee. Yeah, like some through lines in the story, like where it actually feels like it's going from like there's a line rather than points. We're celebrating basic storytelling. Yeah. All right. So I'm not gonna jump into the next battleground just yet. I'm gonna jump over to Nessus really quickly because I want to see if I can. Kind of learn this new bow and see how it plays. One thing I will also add that's kind of interesting is that with these last couple of seasons, Watcher's Grave, for whatever reason, has had a bunch of stuff happen to it. I don't know why Watcher's Grave specifically. I just think this is funny. So Watcher's Grave has had Callus's treasure, like little flotilla in it for like a little while, and then like I think in Season of Arrivals or last season, it had like that flotilla had like crashed, and you could see it like crashed basically in the dirt, but now, as we're going to see, like that now that it's kind of where stuff is happening, I guess, like where it's where the tank is and so on. It's got like this big hole over here now. It's got it's like to the point where I genuinely didn't recognize it during the first battleground I did. I didn't realize this is what happened, but like, yeah, that's like the big ass land tank. It's definitely very different. And it feels different. I just think it's interesting that this specific area of Nessus has had so much happen to it, despite Nessus not necessarily being exceedingly relevant. Also, the flotilla's gone. Okay, so this thing... So it's kind of a so in part it's a guaranteed hit. Is there any other kind of tank?
These Vex, they're building something.
Calculating probability.
Yeah, there's a fish tank. There's an air tank.
Yes,
you need...
they are. Alert. I'm detecting abnormal Vex activity in a local quadrant.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not doing that. But yeah. Well, actually, this will be a good way to kind of test. So in essence, it does kind of a guaranteed hit. Do the arrows linger, and then if you detonate them, it does like a big chunk of damage, maybe? I'm still trying to figure this out. Hold on, where's the... There it is. I can't... Can you really not believe I would do a pun on you? I want to say it seriously, it just feels like you're shitting on the game you're playing. I'm not trying to be angry about it, and I do apologize if I'm being, if it's uncomfortable. So, but like, take care of yourself. I don't want, like, if this is not like the content for you, and if I'm being too negative on the game, I do apologize. But like, I'm gonna say what I feel about the game. I'm not trying to be overly negative, but I guess it can definitely come across that way, especially like just with how I feel about the current season of like the past season and how that's affecting my opinion generally. How many arrows am I shooting at once? Okay, just one. Okay, the arrows definitely linger. I need to test this on like an enemy with more health than a fucking goblin. I'm gonna need to go into a lost sector and figure some of this out, I think. Where's this? Yeah, like I'm believe that. Like I'm trying to be more critical about games that I play and have played in the past. But like, yeah, part of why I've been saying some of this is that I genuinely want Destiny to be better. It's been like a game that I played for a hell of a long time, and I really truly enjoy it when it's good. But like, Destiny has to continue to be good and do its job.
If they get so angry when anyone steps on them.
Haha, jokes. So this is not gonna outdo. This is not going to outplay. This is definitely not gonna outdo TG. I do not think this is ever going to outplay TG. Also, I can't, but also I'm not having the ability to really... I keep failing to have the ability to truly test it in terms of how it might be intended. I have an idea of what it's maybe trying to do, but I can't do that yet. I think I see some. Yeah. Basically, like... There's a reason I continue to be tempted to write like a very long and detailed fanfic about how I want this to go. But like, I haven't done that yet because I'm just bad at having motivation and stuff. Yeah, the reason I'm critical of Destiny is because it has been better. Yeah.
As inorganic networked intelligences,
exactly.
Vex are not capable of digestion.
I understand.
Eat that anyway. Inorganic networked intelligences.
That's old dialogue. That's such old dialogue. It's still interesting to me. Anyway. yeah, but like part of the reason I really want Destiny to be good is like even without necessarily the ability to do everything that was in Forsaken, they can still write as good as Forsaken was written. I don't think they've lost. I wouldn't know, but like I would also be kind of surprised if they lost every writer, like all their writers from Forsaken. And Forsaken is written so well, so like I know they can do a good job with this franchise. It's just that they haven't. Okay, I think I see how this works. Hold on. So you basically, yeah, like that. Yeah, there's been no major departures. Well, I do know of one departure, but this isn't like a writing departure. This is an artist who worked at Bungie, but I don't think it's Brian Monkus. It was a different dude. It was a different dude who worked on a lot of Forsaken stuff. Well, it's basically, okay, here's how I think I would describe this bow. You throw thermite around and then you detonate it. Is how I think this is supposed to be played. You basically spread a bunch of thermite around and then you fucking blow it up. Alright, I'm in a place that I don't know how to get out of. I think this is the exit. Did this change? This feels like this also changed, like, a lot. What? It feels like this area is, like, way different. Although, to be fair, I haven't explored Nessus this season or really in a while. Okay, you're just shooting. I don't know why that person was just shooting. I don't remember. I can't say for certain when the last time I was on Nessus was. Nessus just hasn't been the focus of any of the DLCs, and now, or like a location that has been particularly important. Has this area changed at all? No. I remember I took like a bit to like look around here, cause like I wanted to see a couple of things at some point. Okay. Let me read the description of this real quick. Hip firing this weapon fires multiple tracking projectiles. Targets marked by these projectiles explode upon death, or when struck by another sacred flames explosion. Arrows fired while aiming down sights cause sacred flames to instantly detonate. Precision hits with perfectly drawn arrows increase the power of this detonation. Yeah, Destiny does amazing environments. Destiny is gorgeous. Like it's the reason like I first made a Twitter. Like even before the one that I actually use, the first Twitter I ever had is the one that's connected to my PlayStation right now, just so I could take pictures of Destiny because it's fucking gorgeous. Alright, let's see how this plays in a Lost Sector. Because a Lost Sector is gonna be good for testing ad clear and stuff. Yeah, solid gameplay, amazing environments, but in a sense that's like This is something. I don't think I like it. Is that I've seen all these environments hundreds of times? Yeah. Like, you can only... Like, this game... Like, part of it is also that you have... That, like, in terms of criticizing this game, is that... This game is pretty old. Like, this game has been around for a while. Like, they're releasing new content and stuff, but this... like, the game itself has been around for a few years. Yeah, like, you're eventually gonna get tired of, like, the old content, and, like, the expansions have never really truly replenished that content pool in a like, they've added some stuff, but they've never, like, really made huge differences, you know? Okay, yeah, that's definitely a yellow bar killer weapon. I don't know... It's not a very good... It's just kind of an okay bow, which I'm not a fan of. Like, it's not a very strong, like, just primary weapon. So I'm worried about that bit. But it might be okay. Okay. You. Just gonna cover you in these. That did not do enough damage on you. Okay, so not so much a killer for you, but pretty strong against just general yellow bars. Got it. So that bow has some weird stuff going on with it. This is a weird bow. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's meant for, like, boss level yellow bars, but it did okay against those. It did pretty good against the harpies, but then again, you don't really have to be amazing against the harpies. That was not very good. That was not particularly awe-inspiring, I will say. Okay, this is gonna shrink my power level with that. I'm gonna switch back to this stuff. I'm also gonna use a sword. Well, the real damage comes from, like, the explosions that you activate. Like I unequipped it, but basically, like, the hip fire basically plants bombs on the enemy, does a little bit of damage, and then plants bombs on the enemy, and then you activate the explosions. It's not... Yeah, it does. I don't know how it's not really doing what a bow should do. Like, in terms of ad clear, it's not going to be amazing. In terms of ad clear, it's not going to be amazing, and it's only going to be good against some red bars. It's not going to be good against champions unless you purposely put like the overload bow mod on, but that's neither here nor there. That's just any bow can use that. So honestly, like it's not going to be anywhere close to outdoing TG. It's very clearly not going to be able to outdo TG. But that was interesting to, like, figure out, I guess. It was definitely, it was interesting to experiment. It's probably not going to see much use from me, like, at all. Sticky firecracker, yeah. Just throw some sticky firecrackers out and see and hope it works. Alright, let's do this thing. Oh yeah, there's a new aspect for stasis. I'm already, like, I don't even want to do it right. I definitely don't want to do it right now, like, because the power level you need to be is 1270? The power level you need to be for that is 1270, so you gotta grind for power first. Also, it's probably better to do it with a fire team, gonna be honest. But, like, so that's annoying. But, like, it's there. I was going on a rant before about how, just throwing out really difficult stuff. Yeah, I don't know what, I have no clue what that's about. I just know that, like, one, to start it, you need to have the Salvation's Grip, the stasis grenade launcher. You need to have that. You, need to, and then you need to be about 1270 to be able to do it, without powerful enemies being a pain in the ass. I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon. But let's do this battleground real quick. I have a feeling it's gonna be like a huge change, like it's a fairly big change to like how the stasis subclasses play, because it's an well, hold on, an aspect is like just throws you into content without your consent. Yeah, yeah, like doing that at the very start is rough, but like, I don't know, it's gonna be like changing up these things, so I don't know how that's gonna play. Doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, it auto queues you into the first battleground, which I'm not a fan of. Has it done that for like all of the? No, it's done that for like every new season, hasn't it? Like since, like at least since Beyond Light, you were already on Europa. Like you were like, okay, you are on Europa now, you are going to be doing the season stuff. It doesn't feel great. No. A lot of time it just brings you to the tower. Yeah, sometimes it'll bring you to the tower, sometimes it auto queues you into an event. I know Beyond Light definitely like dropped you immediately into the first story mission once you booted it up. Oh good, I'm late. I'm late to the party. Also, just as like an addition, just purely in terms of like the numbers of Destiny, like the damage values and so on. There's a YouTuber, Error, who does different stuff, but like one of the main things he's known for is like damage calculations and DPS stuff. And this isn't necessarily talking about like the meta or anything, but it's a discussion that came up partially because of how the weapons have been balanced recently, with rocket launchers getting a small buff, but then swords getting a debuff. And basically the long and short of it is just that like most heavy weapons aren't good. They are basically unusable and aren't as strong as special weapons. Like swords got brought down, so they're not going to be as useful as they were. And honestly, they weren't really broken to begin with. Rocket launchers are just now barely going to be usable, but not to like an extreme extent. And then every other heavy weapon that you can think of is just also not great. So that's just like one of the problems I feel that's kind of existing right now with Destiny. Like not to just clump on criticism, but I feel like that's a major problem, is that like they're mostly looking at like how much certain weapons are being used. They're not really looking at how like is it balanced? Do people have a reason to use a weapon?
Like carrion birds. It's pathetic.
There is no glory in what the Cabal are seeking here, just desperation.
Agreed.
Two old men just riff on the enemy that they've crushed constantly. I'm saying that they've crushed constantly as if they've like actually fought in any sort of Guardian thing. As far as I'm concerned, the only time the Iron Lords did anything was when they died at Siva. Died to Siva, whatever. Doesn't matter. A lot of time it just brings... Oh, nope, that's not a new comment. I don't know why I thought it was. I really hope like Crow's sentiment of having been... I very truly hope that the Crow's sentiment of like in some of the content, he's like very specifically talking about like the fact that he's like sat down and had meals and like been friends to like Elixni and Cabal, and like he's sympathetic to, and it's possible to be sympathetic to them and treat them like people. And then like, and I really hope that sentiment doesn't just get relegated to him just being the Crow, and I hope that more of the like main character Guardians start to pick up on that, especially because like
this Legion's champion is near, Guardian. Perform the rite of proving. Call them out.
This
power of the light.
This season is lumping a bunch of a bunch of Guardians in with each other, and they have like very different but also like a lot of opinions to share that can sound a lot like the conservative uncle being shitty. I think my issue with that, specifically with the Cabal, is that they're an invading force who came here specifically to wipe us out. Yeah, you can definitely see it with the Fallen a lot easier than with the Cabal, but like but like also, but like, I don't know, like they're, like if you're gonna give Crow this dialogue of like being sympathetic to some of the enemies, you should either go out of your way to start to make them seem sympathetic as well, or you should make them, or you should make it clear, like you should make like a clear line between the two. I don't know, like I'm kind of just saying stuff that probably doesn't. Yeah, no worries, V's. You are now playing a game, and typically this game requires general amounts of attention. Tagged him. So many Cabal, holy shit. Missed. I am hydrated. I had water earlier. I had. Is my drink empty? My drink is empty, but I've had water and some soda. I've also had some snacks. I've had lunch as well. Did it. Hammer! Hammer!
We should send in another team to do a second sweep. Today's survivor is tomorrow's enemy.
Did the
Gross.
Vanguard not have a loosely held policy on offering quarter to fleeing enemies?
The Vanguard asked an Iron Lord to lead their forces. If they did not wish me to fight like an Iron Lord,
Saladin
they should have
actively
asked
makes me
someone
uncomfortable, is the
While
thing.
I agree, I can't help but wonder if your disregard for their codes of conduct may cause friction.
Friction is conflict. Conflict breeds strength. They know this. Or they should.
In my experience, what the Vanguard should know, and what they actually know, are not always the same.
You speak the truth, Warlock. My only hope is that they have not forgotten the Battle of Twilight Gap, and the lessons learned there.
I don't fucking remember what happened at Twilight Gap. I keep getting Twilight Gap and Six Fronts mixed up, and I don't remember. I feel like Saladin should remember the lessons learned on the moon when people died. Shaxx was cool. Yeah, basically. But like, oh right, like, wait. Saladin hated the fact that Shaxx was cool during Twilight Gap. Saladin hated that. The fact that Shaxx like led a charge to like when the enemy was retreating. Saladin hated that. Like Shaxx led a charge. Oh my god, you're right, but okay. You're right. You're right, I'm just gonna be quiet. No more commentary because I am distraught. Just kidding. It's bad writing. It's bad writing. But yeah, just like you would think. You think Saladin would have learned something from the Great Disaster on the Moon, and would have learned like, oh shit, hey, treating the Guardians as if they're an army is a bad idea, because typically they're not. Typically they are a group of people who are not organized, and shit will happen and it will not be good.
Cruisers keep returning to Neptune's orbital path. Wonder if they're hiding something in its gravity well. Come on, let's talk.
Hi, Crow.
Need something?
You think that Osiris wouldn't let his ghost get killed in a stupid-ass way either, but we've consistently seen NPCs being stupid. Also, yeah, Nep is 100% right. The biggest crime is that they should learn to appreciate the moon. And love her very much. What's my...
Banshee really did a number on this gun. It's never been this reliable.
Okay, we have that. Fair. Hold on, I want to check something with Crow. Crow, let me stare at your hip for an uncomfortable amount of time.
Guardian, Glint was just telling me you were on your way.
No, that's not Hawkmoon. I was curious to see if he had Hawkmoon in his holster. It's not Hawkmoon. That's okay. Kind of wish he did, but that's neither here nor there. As you approach the table, you notice a ceremonial hammer retrieved from your last mission. A warm, golden light radiates out from the mouth and eyes of the Cabal face sculpted into one head of the hammer, as though a fire burns inside. It was an offering, Osiris says from behind you. From the Red Legion to Keitel. The Cryptarchs can provide more nuance about its history, but what matters is its purpose. A symbol of Cabal culture, power, and entitlement. One you now wield. Osiris spreads his hands and says, Master the hammer, and forge yourself a path to victory. Well, you heard the man. Master the hammer. Love me armamentarium. You heard the man. Time to master the hammer. That's way too blue. Too much blue. What about this? That works. We can use this. Have just a tiny bit of fashion going on here. Bungie doesn't care about a lot of the implications of what they do. They full-on got rid of, like, multiple planets and moons. They don't care. At least not about that. Not about the implications. And not very scary, but it is scary if you think about the implications. Okay, so Cool. I got a hammer. Use Cabal gold. Yeah. Most of the planet is inhabited by aliens, and humans are all holed up in like 3 spots. Pretty fucked. But they're not gonna want to go. But they don't want to go into that. I know. No, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't actually mean anything. I was gonna say there's like a lot of canals and stuff in the city, and like in the small instances we have been to the city, there have been like it's shown off like canals, and I don't know if. But I don't think that would actually do anything. That would not mean anything. If anything, that's probably a waste of water.
Guardian, good work out there.
Awesome, Grenadier, hell yeah. So yeah, I am probably not going to be playing this much more than I played Googling how many gallons of water in human. Oh yeah, in the Lake of Shadows, there's a lot of people. It would have to be a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the city. It's a big city. Maybe the Traveler actively generates water, but I don't know. And in the Lake of Shadows, the one with the Taken Cabal. Yeah, it's called the Last City. Like they talk about a water supply in the EDZ. I don't know how much that correlates to other stuff. But yeah. Hello? What? Huh? What? Why am I in trouble? What the fuck happened? Yeah, that was... Yeah. Oh, and I'm still here. Cool. Love it. Love this for me. Love it. Where the fuck even am I? I can see me like way the fuck over there somewhere. Where am I? Nope, same area. But I can't tell like where I am in the map. I thought I was maybe over in the land tank in the background. Like somehow I had gotten into like the land tank. Wait. Why can't I inspect the other dude? That's weird. This is, but what the fuck? Alright, what if I just stand still? What if I just let... I don't know if this will do anything. I doubt it will do anything. Also, this hunter is extremely laggy. This hunter is like teleporting around. Okay, a new objective.
Crow's intel indicates
A new
the
checkpoint.
commander
Now
is
what?
nearby. Challenge them and tie this off. We've got other fires burning.
Okay, I can. I'm in the tank. I'm in the tank. I didn't think I was in the tank. I'm in the tank. I'm in the tank. What the fucking shit, Bungie? Why am I in the tank? It's probably because the tank is a strike and maybe somehow that got fucked up. But like, what the fuck? I mean, if anything, my guardian is safely social distancing. I don't know what to tell you. Why? Why? What is happening, Bungie? I can't even die anymore. At least I had that going for me. I can't die. I'm super stuck. I can't die even. What the fuck? Bungie, what the fuck is this? This I'm stuck! This is really bad, yeah. This is really bad. What the fuck even? This is so bad. I can't do anything. I can't like return to fire team or anything. I can't get like out of bounds enough to get pulled back. Yeah, fair. That's incredibly fair, V's. Holy shit. I can't get out of bounds enough to like make this so that I can just do my like get pulled by my fire team. I don't have anything. I don't have any explosions either. I can't kill myself. Cool. See you next season, V's. Can someone clip it? Can someone clip it and like tweet it and at me and stuff? I need like any bit of this. I am currently stuck I'm just stuck in here and I can't do anything about it. Hold on. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay, what clip is this? I'm gonna... Can someone clip it? Can someone clip it and like tweet it and at me and stuff? I need like any bit of... God, it... Wow, we... Oh, I don't think... Oh, links. Right. I changed it so people can't post links. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I completely forgot about that. I explicitly requested it and I didn't realize. Oh, wow, just why, Bungie? I'm stuck in here, Bungie. Bungie, I'm in tank prison hell. I'm in tank hell. This is the hell tank. And I'm trapped in here forever. Toss it in Discord, thanks. Okay, is there some way I can, like, take some falling damage and then blow myself up? Because that's, like, the only way I can think of to actually get myself hurt enough to... No. There's no way anywhere is high enough for me to actually take any damage. Ooh, wait. I'm a genius. I'm a genius, hold on. Ricochet rounds. The best way to murder yourself. Alright. Sorry for the flashing screen. Awesome! Thank you for tossing it in the Discord, Vs. Now, where's it gonna drop me is the question. Still in the tank, baby! Still in the goddamn tank. Nope. I'm stuck. I'm just gonna light the door on fire, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Agreed, Vs. Agreed. Oh man, I can't get out of tank hell. Oh god, this is fucking amazing. I just have to wait for people to finish the fight. I could leave, but I don't want to. I should leave, but this is what I paid for. I'm paying for this. I have been sent to tank hell for my hubris. Oh no, I'm sorry. I can't see any like feedback from my end about like how it's going or not. Holy shit, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not necessarily my fault, but like sorry about the absolutely horrible whatever it was, the frame rate or the pixelation. Bungie heard you were talking shit. I'm stuck in tank hell for saying that this game is bad. Well, too bad, Bungie, you can't silence me. I'm still gonna say your game is bad.
I respect a commander who's willing to shed blood on the front line.
That's easy to say when you're the one left standing.
I don't regret a single one of my 1,000 deaths. It's the times I chose not to fight that I regret.
There's nothing wrong with choosing real peace.
Exactly. Oh god, that was great. Let's see if it happens again. Because I still gotta do the mission. Because I didn't loot any chests. Because this game is rude. Alright, let's see. While I do that, while that's happening. Excuse me. Mom, can you come pick me up? Okay. I'm gonna put on the Lament because it may not be as good as Monte Carlo, but it's an anti-barrier sword, and we're gonna need as much heavy damage real quick as we can get. Hammer! Hammer! Wow! A functional spawn point. Thanks, Bungie. Also, maybe a weird thing to say, I actually liked the sound of my voice in that clip. I didn't hate the sound of my voice because it didn't sound like overly masculine to me. And we're celebrating the basic functions. Thank you so much, V's. I appreciate that a lot, actually. Thank you. But, like, yeah, it just, like, that's maybe the first time I've, like, listened to myself talk on stream and have been like, oh, I don't sound horrible. I don't hate the sound of my voice. Granted, I don't listen to myself talk very often. I don't go back and rewatch my streams for any particular reason. But very typically, I have a thing about like, oh no, I definitely sound weird. But hell yeah. Voice anxiety is a bitch, but also thank you, V's. I like legit you saying I've never sounded masculine is amazing. I love that. Love that for me. Okay. Good to see the phalanxes are still dumb and bullshit. You heard it here for... Ow. You heard it here first, folks. Mina the streamer. Dork and also never masculine in her life. Oh yeah, the physics bullshit. Gotta remember that about how Destiny plays. The absolutely bullshit physics that keep happening. This is a very minor gripe, but it also...
Resistance up ahead.
Remember, do not hold back. Show your enemy no quarter, as they did to us in the Red War.
This I feel points to the fact that they are not going to have Keitel as a presence permanently, is that they didn't model a general set of faction armor for the Cabal. Like, it's only the bosses who look different. So like all the other Cabal are just generic Red Legion that we've already seen a bunch already. So like, I feel like that's very telling for how long they plan to have Keitel in the game, and that's very sad for me of how like they're probably just gonna make her a one-off villain. Huh? Oh, Bungie, let's kill all the women, G. I couldn't... like, looking at that, I legit thought like a cat had walked on your keyboard for a second. It's definitely Ubisoft. Just saying. Yep. They definitely have. They've done a whole lot of that. And it's super weird. The fortunate thing is that like it's pretty hard to make. It's pretty easy to change up Titan and make it look not horrible. Like the helmet's still bad, but the rest of it I think looks okay. With like the shaders I put on it, like the white and blue I did. Everyday video games. Why are we put on this earth? Just to suffer? Every day a AAA video game company murders a woman. That sure is a sentence I said. With so much. I hear about them and I simply must go to sleep. For my health. Yeah. Yeah. My dad made taquitos today. That was a good lunch. I ate like a sandwich from I ate like the leftovers from a sandwich from Jersey Mike's as well, but I like taquitos. Taquitos are good. Had some of those. Everyday AAA video game companies don't even have to elaborate. Most people don't like the game where it's at the moment, like even Hush outright quit at this point. Yeah. Like I don't follow a ton of the Destiny community, Destiny community leaders. The only people I know for a fact are still covering Destiny and like doing stuff with that are like lore people, and then like people who do news. Like people who do news covering updates and stuff. Yeah. The bosses also honestly just feel like a mix of like Red Legion, and then a little bit of the aesthetic of Calus's, of the ones loyal to Calus, and then just make them blue. Dado, but even he's just doing basic how-to stuff. Yeah, he's not really happy with how the game's going, and he's mostly just he's trailing behind in covering stuff because he says that he wants to. Oh, I don't have the super. I thought I had a super. But like he said that he kind of wants to get back into like fully making videos and being productive. But like honestly, I feel like part of it is that he just doesn't want to do the game, and he's happy that he's definitely happy that he doesn't have to grind as much week to week to get the most out of it. Oh fuck. Surprised I'm not dead. But I will be. It's sad how much the game has Elixir. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. Anyway. Yep. Yeah, a lot of the seasons are pretty bare bones. Like, last season was incredibly, like, not a lot was happening. Where the fuck is the boss? There he is. I missed. I hit him, but I missed. Okay, nope. Can't be a good sniper today. Gordon, I crave good video game. Victory.
All defenses are hardened around the tank. We won't be able to push further.
What matters is that we pushed, not how far.
Smash!
Spoken like an Iron Lord. You could have been one of us, Osiris.
The Iron Lords don't hold a monopoly on strategy. I thought you were a more pragmatic lot. All or nothing, like the Red Wall?
That was different. We didn't have our light. After Siva, after everything the Warmind put us through, we couldn't risk more losses.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't young Aphrodite disobey your orders and fight lightless?
She did.
Oh, so is this a new leaf I see turning? Are the Iron Lords coming down from their mountain?
You'll know when we do.
Oh. I look forward to it.
I do like the fact that with the hammer we literally just smash open the chests. We don't do anything. Like we just break them. How about good video game and ethically made video game? I don't care about voice acting as much. I will do if it has no voice acting. Hey, you know a game that only has two? Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is a great game. It has no voice acting. Yeah, exactly. There's also lots of indie games that have all three, and you don't need to make a compromise. But like, if I were to have only two, immediate example is fucking Hollow Knight and Night in the Woods. Indie games. Well, I don't know if. Yeah, no. Hollow Knight's an indie game, but like indie games that are really good that were.
They haven't yet
Oh wait, I don't want to. Nope. I don't want to play. I don't want to play this. I don't want to continue. Oh god. Okay. Well, this was not as much as like a slog as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, it was made by two people. I don't know why it took me a second to think about that, but yeah, it's definitely an indie game. I mean, I did, and it was extremely fun. I fucking love doing voice. Also 420, haha. It's extremely fun to voice act, video games. I might actually do like a Patreon paper of just like, I love to do voice acting. It's really fun. Here's why. But like, I want to start another game where I'm doing voice acting before that happens. I just really like doing voice acting. I might not really have like a million voices that I can pull out. I might have like a fairly limited range kind of, but like I have a lot of fun doing voice acting. It's just fun. I get to do silly voices, and people watch it.
Hi there.
What can I do for you, Titan?
Engum. I'm gonna try not to like eat everything. Oh, this season's power cap is 1310. That's pretty high. That's another thing about Destiny that like I try not to get into too often because I don't know if it's a touchy I don't know. But like we're thinking about going back to it, but Sam literally can't do the voice for May anymore. Aw. I completely forgot. Who's to say May didn't start T also? I mean, I do like that that Helm is kind of going back to I guess you could call it like the days when it's kind of going back to like Destiny 2 design, like it's got a wood, like the wood finish and all that stuff. It looks like the Destiny 1 tower, you know? I like that it's kind of doing that, but like another notification from Osiris, President of the War Table. It's working, Guardian. Each challenge you issue sends another fracture through the Cabal's confidence in Kaido's leadership. Unruly systems have broken Cabal leaders before. Keep pushing and do remember to take the spoils of your triumphs. By Cabal law, those offerings belong to you now. Maybe we can make something from them with that hammer you're wielding. So yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be up for playing, like, for doing this game, really. Like maybe a bit longer on stream, but also just generally, I don't know how much longer I'm really up for it in just a stream sense. Or, what am I talking about? I don't know how much longer, just generally playing this, I'll go. Like, I don't know if I doubt I'm gonna go through, like, a whole season or anything. Yeah, okay, here's a weapon with Frenzy on it. Being in combat for an extended time increases damage, handling, and reload for this weapon until you are out of combat. So, being in combat is a little fuzzy, and it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard, at least for me, to tell what they mean when they say that, but it is kind of, Yeah, I would love a cursed road now that I'm free from Bungie's containment unit. Destiny 2 Containment Breach. It's me, I'm the Containment Breach. Don't like that. I mean, it's okay, but eh. Bold bitter. You know the people who really jump up the price and they're and it's bidding and it's like going up by fives, but then someone just goes like $100. And like just shooting up the bid to like a really high number. That's a pretty bold bidder. I bet they live there. I bet they drive to Bold Bidder Drive. I need to do one more thing of this, so I'm gonna do one more. I'll do one more hammer thing. It's the UI, just wow. I'm so close to being able to having that step of the catalyst done at least. You know, this is a social space where we're in first person. Cursed doll sold to the witch on Bold Bidder Drive. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, Twink. He's really a lot of emphasis on the scale mail. He's sticking to his guns on that. Oh no, oh god. Your efforts on Europa and Nessus were commendable, but there are dozens more opportunistic Cabal looking for a promotion. Sharpen your teeth on her commander's guardian. If Zavala won't press Keitel's fleet directly, we'll have to settle for a death by 1,000 cuts. Gross. I hate this. His stuff actively makes me uncomfortable. I don't like him a lot. I do not appreciate Salad Fork right now. Awesome. We can up the reputation rank. New mark, is that good? Nope, same power. And then we can also get another upgrade. Which one? Hammer charge increases the number of charges on the hammer. That's a good one. What's this one? That sounds good. So to kind of go over it, I guess if anyone's gonna watch my streams and wants to know, basically the hammer proving you get Cabal gold, which is a currency, but it does not lock you out of an activity. You can hold a lot, and pretty much one strike is gonna get you enough to get legendary loot from the activity. So like, it's much better in terms of like, maybe not in terms of like accuracy of what you're getting. Like you can't it's harder to focus stuff, but it has the Umbral Engram idea with charges that you gain from slotting the gold into a medallion, and then you go do a battlefield, and then when you break a chest, you get a charge, and the hammer then has a charge, and then you can use that charge to focus some, but not to especially focus the Umbral Engram. Like some you can focus vaguely, but to be more accurate, you use the hammer charges. Is how I understand how it works. I think like adding levels over, like actual levels of with experience and stuff versus power, I think would be more interesting. I generally do not appreciate the power grind as much as I appreciate like leveling and then so on. Like I get they just put in, like I get that they just now put in sunsetting, which specifically targets like their power system, but like still. The thing that sucks about Power Grind is just it resets. Yeah, it resets every season, and you never actually feel like you're getting stronger. It's just suddenly certain activities are not as easy.
Isolated around a nearby Vex structure. They haven't yet had a chance to fabricate heavy fortifications.
The Vex are agitated. Expect their interference as well.
Go show them the power of humanity's champions.
Yeah, there's just no progression. It's just a grind added on top of stuff, and just a mountain of resources. Like I don't like let the resources be for upgrading your equipment and like masterworking it. I hardly ever masterwork my stuff because masterworking my stuff means I don't have stuff to make power go up. Which is kind of a problem. Like let it just all be for masterworking and not leveling each season, and then I think it would just be a better system. But like I don't know, like the way leveling works in this game, I just don't mesh with it, click with it. I do like. I'll give Bungie this. I appreciate the emphasis on blue enemies, though. Like obviously we have the Red Legion going on, but I like the color. I like blue and the idea, and like the less enemies look like gamer chairs. It's fucked up that Warframe's progression is better than this. Yeah. Like the Red Legion just looks like gamer chairs, so I appreciate the fact that like at least in terms of Keitel and then the bosses, the enemies are turning towards like blue as their color, and then also the same with the House of Salvation or whatever the fuck. Like just less black and red is good. Although we are getting a lot more black and red just by virtue of there being Cabal, because again they didn't redesign the general enemies for this. They just designed some bosses. They keep missing the explosive though. My teammates, they keep missing it. Nope. I have a question, and this is maybe a weird question, but like for people in chat, what comes across as more of a royal color? Like if you like for the sake of like making an enemy seem powerful and like high class and or whatever, does red come across as more dignified or royal or whatever word you want to use, or does red, like ignoring purple because I feel like purple is like the most quote unquote royal color, but like versus like blue versus red, which one kind of is a biblically royal thing, and there's color called royal blue, so I'd say blue. Fair. Fair, yeah. The fact that royal blue exists. Purple just expensive. For me, it's weird that but it feels more vibrant to me. It feels like blue stands out more sometimes. And maybe it's just because we're inundated in just games are full of black and red or just red and stuff for like enemies and so on. But like it feels, but in a totally different way from red. Fair. It hits different, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just like blue. Yeah. God, another one of those things where someone put like a color scale and asked people how many colors they can see in. You know those things? Another one of those went around, and I couldn't, and like, basically the entire right side of the image, I looked the exact same to me. And it was a reddish one. It was just very funny because I always feel, I shouldn't, but I always feel weird about not being able to see like half of the colors in those. Oh yeah. Another thing, just to have some conversation. Valentine's Day is approaching, which yay or whatever. But like, for Valentine's Day, my boyfriend got me all of Redwall, like the entire book series of Redwall. So I'm super excited, and I'm gonna read the fuck out of those at some point. Can't fucking wait. I think that might be true of me. It might also just be that, like, the way I do things, I've been looking at that collection for a while. I used to own almost all the books. Yeah, like, started reading them as a little kid. They're the reason I started writing. Yeah, they seem really neat. I really want to read them and just check them out. Like, just to me, they seem really cool to me. So I'm super excited to like check them out and stuff. I did not need to do that, but whatever. I'm trying to remember like what was really the thing that got me writing, and I don't know necessarily what that was. Although I think if memory serves, at least part of the inspiration for me was Silverwing. I read Silverwing like when I was a kid. Well, I actually watched the I think I watched the show, like the animated series first. But I really enjoyed Silverwing, and I think that had a bit to do. I think, although I think more importantly than Silverwing was the Last Dragon Chronicles.
Look at this.
If anyone knows that book series.
It's pathetic.
There is no glory in what the Cabal are seeking here.
Shut
just
up! You both
desperation.
make me feel deeply uncomfortable talking about this. Let's see, we've got Sleeping Pyramid and Wax Will Rule on my team. Wax with 2 X's. I was in a fire team earlier with someone named Ikora's Bald Head. And I think it's very funny when people name themselves after a Destiny player's like random body part for no reason. Yeah. Fair.
This Legion's champion is near, Guardian. Perform the rite of proving, call him out, and show him the power of the light.
Yeah, sure, whatever. How long ago was Forsaken? Was that 3 years ago? Was Forsaken 3 years ago? Ow. Because that's when we got the Scorn, which is the only real... That'd be 2 years at this point, because that's... Yeah, so Scorn is basically 2 years and 3 months or so? Okay. But yeah, like, Scorn and then the weird Harpy and I think that's it. Like the existence of Scorn, and then we got the weird Harpy, and that's pretty much it for new enemies. We got the the Briggs and the Harpy thing. I forgot about the Briggs. We've gotten, yeah, the only new enemies we've gotten. I wonder if or when they're going to like, not release, but like give us darkness enemies. Cause I can't imagine we're going to be at peace with the darkness, or at like this tentative peace with the darkness for long. Ow. Oh yeah, well, yeah, there's the Taken, but... I'm gonna be honest, the inclusion of the... Yeah. Honestly. To be perfectly honest, yeah. They already dropped the Scorn. But like, what was I saying? Honestly though, like the thing that did the most in terms of, even though they could have done some interesting shit with the Scorn and Crow, they only did it in the lore. They only did it in the lore. And even then it didn't add up to anything. Why actually write something that matters? Indeed! What the fuck was I saying? Right, okay, so in all genuine seriousness, I think the thing that did the most for gameplay changes in Beyond Light wasn't stasis. It was the fact that we got like two different enemies that mostly only show up on Europa. Like the harpy but with legs, like, introduces a new factor to think of. Even if like I think it's overpowered, like it's genuinely a new thing to worry about and think about when you're playing the game, rather than like a slightly different playstyle that like is not very different from others and is honestly not as, and in my opinion, for the most part, is not as good as others. I don't like playing Stasis on Titan, I don't like playing Stasis on Hunter, and I don't play Warlock much. Shit. Where's the boss? What if I just punched you?
We should send in another team to do a second sweep. Today's survivor is tomorrow's enemy.
Did the Vanguard not have a loosely held policy on offering quarter to fleeing enemies?
You already heard this one.
Vanguard asked an Iron Lord to lead their forces. If they did not wish me to fight like an Iron Lord, they should have asked someone else.
While I agree, I can't help but wonder if your disregard for their codes...
You already heard that dialogue. I also got a version of this, the extraordinary rendition. It's not bad. I don't know if this version is gonna be what I'm looking for really, but I got one with a subsistence and something else that I forget. But it's not a bad. It's not a bad. She hasn't been in the game for Season 8, but Bungie swears that she's still a character. They promise. They promise that she's still a character, V's. They promise. They promise. They fucking promise. Oh wait, I shouldn't preview that. That's a that has eye nonsense going on. Greatly increases your Thunder Crash impact damage, gain an overshield that lasts longer the farther you travel before striking an opponent. That just sounds like this. That just sounds like this. That just sounds like this helmet. That just sounds like this helmet. What? That's the same. It's the same thing, but for Thunder Crash. With like a little bit added on. Has she had a speaking line at all in the past year, like since Undying? Has she? No, I don't think so. I can't think of... No, can't think of any. Hold on, I'm just taking a moment. Ugh. I don't care. It seems like basically all of the lore is talking about different Cabal, which is nice. At least we're getting lore that concerns the Cabal, but also I don't really care about the Cabal a lot. Particularly a lot. It's just the Cabal. They sure do exist. And I sure don't really care about them. Like you can make an empire in your game you can make an empire cool in your game, but you gotta you can't, not like this. The Cabal Empire has never been interesting. They've never gone out of their way to make it interesting. They've never really even gone into much detail of what the Cabal Empire is like, because they'd have to spend time world building an entire goddamn empire to do that. So like, it's just vaguely a empire. It was interesting in year 2. What happened in year 2 with the Cabal that was interesting? Oh, with Calus, right, yeah. And now they seemingly killed off Calus or whatever the fuck. Like Calus is just, yeah. Season of Opulence was good, but now they've and now Calus is just off to fucking who knows where. Had a lot of cool shit about the history of the Empire and stuff. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. My brain is not at full capacity today. I don't know, like I'm pretty... Like I just wanted to stream this and like give my thoughts and talk about it a little bit. Yeah, like at least in this season, we're getting stuff like in this season, at least we're getting like another Cabal who can talk. Like, we've gotten Callus and we've gotten Ghaul, but Ghaul didn't really say much, and neither really did fucking his buddy who died, who he killed. And Callus is just, and then Callus is basically, besides Keitel, the only other one who's spoken. I don't know, like in part, just give enemies a voice. Let us under. I wanna stop. I think we did basically all of the main missions. All that's left right now is like in terms of this season. In terms of this season, like, we've got the hammer to grind on. We've got that. This part of the Empire isn't even part of the Empire. The Red Legion is a faction that pulled a coup. Oh yeah, also we learned, I think just now in this season, that the Hive destroyed the homeworld of the Cabal. Like, I think we learned that just now, if not like, unless it was like hinted at earlier. So I genuinely don't know fucking anything about what's going on. Because we've never had any basis of what the fuck is happening with the Cabal Empire. Like in Destiny 1, our context was they're just here on orders from an emperor. And then once we get to Destiny 2, we have to deal with all the sudden politics of like, oh, Dominus Ghaul staged a coup, but also Emperor Callus is here, and also what the fuck, we also don't know anything about what's happening, whatever. It's just like, but then, like, I don't know anything about what's happening, and like, we don't know anything about what's happening with like the actual Cabal Empire. We don't know anything about the Cabal Empire. We just know about the military side of the Cabal Empire that is just sitting in our... We mostly just know shit about what they're doing in our system, which is just chilling because we kicked their asses. The Cabal. The Cabal sure are a thing, I guess. Like... And what happened to the homeworld? What happened to the homeworld exactly? Like, when was that established? It was just kind of brought up. It was just kind of brought up by Keitel in the cutscene with her and Zavala, I think, like very briefly. What happened to the Empire? Are the Cabal just shittier fallen now? What happened? Now they're just the Fallen, yeah. They're just shitty Fallen 2.0 that suck. They're just less good Fallen. They're just Fallen that aren't good. God, that's fucking wild. Which it makes no sense, because, like, the Cabal should have been evenly matched with the Hive better, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. Like, the Hive Like, admittedly, like, the Cabal should be an imposing force generally, but I guess fucking not. Oh god, you're right. It's the exact same storyline. It's the same. Okay, that was not what I had to do. Hold on. Aramis's whole backstory is buried gaze trope. What the fuck? Oh, I need to do that somewhere else? Oh, I need to collect orbs of power. Hold on. I can do that. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Never mind, it wouldn't let me. Anyway, but yeah, like, it's entirely possible to write an Empire interesting. It's just that you maybe have to do that. It's just that you kind of have to, like, bother to like, put in the effort to do so. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the Hive are just like, basically an Empire, and the Hive, at least in my opinion, are interestingly written. It's just that their empire is mostly a cult and is mostly focused on being a cult and stuff. Where's, like, 2 enemies I need to punch in the face. I need 2 enemies. Awesome, there we go. At least I got to the next step. Guardians, I've forced us into a war with the Cabal all over the system. Whether you wanted it or not, I've started a war with the Cabal everywhere. Guardian. Zavala fucking sucks. Zavala sucks so much. It's not even hard to write an empire that's formed around a cult, but like, what happened? What happens to the defectors? There's some in every cult. Where are they, Bungie? I don't fucking know. Yeah, and Callus's ship just fucking disappeared. We have no idea where Callus himself is. I don't fucking know. Alright. That's gonna be it, everybody. Thank you all for watching. This was an off-schedule stream. I managed to go for 3 hours, which is surprisingly a long time for just like playing Destiny, I guess. This was fun, just talking and stuff. Hope you all enjoyed. We're gonna see if I can rate somebody. Jazzy is currently playing Fall Guys, so let's go see what Jazzy's doing. Jazzy is a wonderful being who is wonderful. So let's go check Jazzy out. I'm gonna start the raid. You're welcome from stream. Stream good. Bye, everybody. Let's go.